Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning call. We start with technical and derivatives outlook. To start with Nifty, we saw the Nifty close at 16,719, which was above 16,700 level. During the last week, Nifty has rallied close to 4%, and the high low for the week was 16,142 and 16,752. On the Friday, what we saw was the short covering in the Nifty and to the tune of 4%. The overall advance decline ratio was negative and put call ratio was 1.42%. Technically, what we see is the momentum can keep continuing, and on the higher side, 16,800 to 17,000 level can be seen on the upside. Since the advance decline ratio is negative and PCR is heading close to 1.42%, we maintain a cautious view, and at the higher side, profit booking cannot be ruled out. Having said this, the trend and momentum both continues to stay positive, which suggests that on the lower side, the buying should emerge. The demand for the Nifty is seen at 16,200 levels. Whereas on the Bank Nifty, there has been new additions of long, and the weekly gains was close to 5.93%. Overall, if you look at the Bank Nifty, we expect the continuation of the momentum till 37,000 to 37,500 levels. Whereas on the lower side, 36,000 to 35,800 remains the immediate demand zone. Sector-wise, if you look in the last week, we have seen a momentum in the PSU banks, private banks, IT, and Bank Nifty. We expect that momentum to continue for the current week also. Whereas a little bit pressure was seen in the healthcare and the pharma, which can be slightly on a sideways zone. For the current week, we expect banking and auto stocks to outperform, and any declines during the week should be viewed to add long positions in this counter. If we come at the open interest part, on the Nifty, 17,000 and 16,800 call option has seen a highest open interest, whereas on the lower side, 16,500 and 16,600. So this might act as a support from the derivatives point of view. And from the Bank Nifty, 37,500 call option has seen a significant addition in open interest. On the put side, 36,500 and 36,000 on the put side, which may act as a support for the week. If I come to the FIS data, in the index future, they are again added long in the index future, close to 13,949 contracts. And overall, they are net short by 12,298 contracts. The long short ratio for the index future FIS on the index is 45 to 55. If you look at the cash data, FIS were the net sellers by 675 crores, and DY were the buyers by 739 crores. The call for the day is on the technical front, Tata Elxsi, which can be bought in the range of 8330 to 8380 with a stop loss of 8189. The target price of 8685. The time frame is 5 to 7 days. In the derivatives segment, the call is Bharat Forge futures in the range of 699 to 700. The stop loss of 679 for the price target of 745. Thank you, and over to Vishal, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir. So couple of results which came over on Friday and then over the weekend. First, to start with ICICI Bank, the credit growth for this company was at around 21% YoY basis, and company had posted a pretty strong set of profitability growth, which is up by 50% on YoY basis. There was improved credit growth, plus we noticed there was a lower provision also that has lifted overall the profit. Asset quality has improved, which was around 3.4%, which versus 3.6% on quarter-on-quarter basis. Overall, I think if you look at company has reported a pretty strong set of numbers, and going ahead, I mean, we have revised our estimates upward as the credit growth remains strong, and we retaining our buy rating with a new target price of 1,000, which was 950 earlier. And within the banking space, it remains our best bet. Overall, the growth rate, if you look at it, it's beating with the best of the industry, which is HDFC Bank. ICICI Bank is beating with that, and then plus the valuation discount will narrow vis-a-vis the HDFC. So second thing is on NIFTY. So NIFTY has reported numbers. It was a mixed set of numbers. I mean, one thing is like, revenue has beaten our estimate, but the margin has been on the lower side. Though it is not a sharp miss, but I mean, like, on a quarter-on-quarter basis, the EBITDA margin is down by around 150 basis point, which, as far as the trend is concerned, we have seen with other IT companies also. Going ahead, company has given a better guidance in terms of revenue growth. And overall, I mean, if you look at our commentary, I mean, our view is like, Infosys overall has reported a healthy revenue growth. Margin is lower, and this has making company to raise its revenue guidance, and margin might be at the lower end of the guidance. Company has added around 21,171 employees, and a couple of healthy deal wins company has indicated. So overall, the revenue trajectory is expected to remain strong. We are reviewing our numbers. Company is currently hosting its con call, and it started at 8 a.m. in the morning today, and we'll be releasing our note. Overall, I mean, if you look at our rating point of view, we currently have a buy rating on NIFTY, and our last target price as per the last release report is 2020. Next is on Reliance. So Reliance has reported numbers vis-a-vis our estimate. The numbers was in line, but I think vis-a-vis the consensus, the numbers has missed. And if you look at company revenue, which was up by 57% on YoY basis, and consolidated EBITDA has increased by 63%. So the margin has improved, and that is primarily led by strong performance company has reported in OTC segment, and there was operating leverage benefit in the consumer business, which is particularly retail and telecom. And net profit has increased by around 41%. If you look at the note that we have released, we are retaining our estimates, and we have a hold rating on the stock with the target price of 2,825. If you look at from operational point of view, the Reliance, the consumer segment, which is Jio and retail, they have contributed around 38% to the Reliance Industries EBITDA, which it has been improving, but because of better performance from OTC, that is oil and led by high margins, so that has marginally dipped. But overall, I think from trajectory point of view, so this consumer-centric businesses, which is Jio and telecom, which will see an increase going ahead. Next is on Ultratech. So Ultratech has reported numbers, pretty strong set of numbers, and the stock was also up on a Friday session. Though I think despite a strong set of numbers, we are retaining our estimates on Ultratech. One thing is there, this company has reported an improvement in EBITDA margin, which we have not seen with ACC and Ambuja. But going ahead in the Q2, it looks difficult to maintain the same kind of performance. Reason being, there is a dip in the volume growth led by monsoon, and plus there has been a weakness in the prices also. So the cost inflation is there in the system, but at the same thing, we are not expecting probably the company will be able to pass on in the Q2 when they when the report results probably 3 months down the line. That is making us to retain our estimates, and currently we are hold rating on the stock with unchanged target price. Though Ultratech remain best bet in the space, but I think given the stock did see a good spurt, and after on a strong set of numbers, and going ahead, they're expected to be a flattish kind of performance. So stock would take a breather, particularly Ultratech. But yes, within the whole space, we still find Ultratech remain a best bet, and company has announced expansion plans. With on a symbolic basis, they have mentioned by FY25 they will reach 154 million ton, and they'll reach 200 million ton by FY30. That's a little bit of long-term plan. Next is on JSW Steel. JSW Steel EBITDA was pretty weak in terms of our estimate. It was 23% below what we were forecasting, and absolute EBITDA has fallen by around 53% on quarter-quarter basis, led by rising coking coal prices. If you look at adjusted net profit stood at around 800 odd crore, which was again down, and company net debt has increased. We have revised our estimate lower to factor a weak set of performance, and particularly there is a decline in the steel prices, and we have cut our EBITDA estimate for FY23 by 24% and FY24 by 10%. We value the stock at around EBITDA multiple of 6x to drive a target price of 564. Given I think there is industry headwinds of export duty, and we are retaining our hold rating on this stock. Yeah, that was last thing from my side, and I'll hand it over to the team. Over to you, sir. Now.
Yeah, thank you, Vishal. Good morning, team. JSW Energy is looking to enter to polysilicon, which is 97% produced in China. And if we need to scale up solar, then India needs to produce this polysilicon. So that is where this will help, and I think this is slightly positive, but we need to see more updates from the company. India Inc. recorded deals worth of $25.1 billion in this first half of calendar year 22, and it was down by 41.6%. So there is reduction in the inflows. Tata Motors has bagged an order for 1,500 electric bus from Delhi Transport Corporation. In this deal, Tata Motor would maintain, operate the air-conditioned buses for 12 years. So this is something positive for Tata Motors. Vishal talked about JSW results. There are few other key takeaways from the results. Now their debt has increased. Now their debt previously was 56,000 crores. It has now become 67,000 crores. So the debt has increased because there is an expansion which they have done for 3,700 crores, and the inventory has also increased because JSW Steel is a major exporter in India, and because their exports have become unviable, their inventories have also increased. So these are something negative for metal sector till the rule doesn't go out. 15% tax on steel should go out, otherwise it will be a bit negative there. There is a few updates. Now ICICI Bank came with a fantastic results, but in the results there was one important criteria which has to be noted. That is, the ICICI Bank has said credit card spend has doubled, and even quarter-on-quarter basis it is higher by 13%. So even SBI card should do good. And there is one more statement which came from the NPCI CEO, MD and CEO, Mr. Dilip. He said Rupaya credit card UPI linkage likely in couple of months, and he also said that in 10 days he is submitting the proposal to the RBI for clearance. So this is positive. Both these news together is positive for State Bank of India. Now, HDFC AMC results came. Their revenue was down by 12% at 533 crores. And the profit after tax was down by 9% at 314 crores. And AUM was also down by 5% at 3,97,000 crores. And they have a reserve of 5,036 crore, which is fully invested in mutual fund scheme. And we need to understand Mr. Prasant Jain has resigned. So it could be short-term negative, but they have enough strength to come out of this. Bandhan Bank also came with the results. Results is very good. Net interest income was higher by 18.9% at 2,514 crores. And profit after tax is almost more than double. Even quarter-on-quarter basis, it is higher by 53% at 886 crores. And the total advance is 90,883 crores. And their NIMs are 8%. Normal banks have NIMs around 4.2, 4.3. ICICI Bank or your HDFC Bank, the best in the private bank. But this is more to do with microfinance. Their NIMs are the highest in the bank, which is at 8%. And cost to income ratio is also very low at 36%. So that is positive, and they feel there will be 1,500 crore recovery from the Assam government due to the flood relief. So if that happens, that is also positive for Bandhan Bank. At current level, for a trading purpose, there is an opportunity in Bandhan Bank and ICICI Bank. Mahindra CIE came with the results. It is one of the best results. We like Mahindra CIE, even Mahindra. Mahindra CIE revenue was higher by 33% at 2,700 crores. EBITDA margin at 11%, and profit after tax was higher by 39% at 188 crores. EPS was 4.98, and Indian division growth and margin were higher than the European division. That is the most important thing. Tin plate also came with the results. Revenue was higher by 16% at 1,006, margin at 10%, profit after tax at 85%. EPS was 8 rupees, and we need to understand, due to plastic ban, this aluminium packaging is something that can do very good, and with RM cost also coming down, tin plate for a long-term investor. Now I think there can be some correction because market sentiment is not good. So any 8 to 10% correction, tin plate would become a very attractive buy. Gokul Das exports also came with the results. Their revenue was higher by 152% at 612 crores. Profit after tax is 39.4 crores. Previous year it was a loss. And company capex is 32 crores for capacity expansion and modernization. Karnataka Bank came with the results. Their net interest income was higher by 19.62% at 687 crores, and profit after tax 114 crores at 7.69%. NIM at 3.33, advances at 58,359 crores at 13%. So no, I think that is it from my side. Over to you, Sitija.
थैंक यू सर. गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन. हम लोग ये कॉल को एक बार हिंदी में कर लेते हैं. पोस्ट अपडेट है अल्ट्राटेक सीमेंट के ऊपर. कंपनी के नंबर्स आए थे. नंबर्स जो आए थे उसमें क्वार्टर एंड फाइनेंशियल ईयर 23 में बीटा जो था वो एस्टिमेट्स 15 to 16% है. नंबर हायर देन एक्सपेक्टेड आए हैं और जो रेवेन्यू है उसमें भी इम्प्रूवमेंट हुई है. तो ओवरऑल जो डिमांड प्राइसिंग है वो भी काफी अच्छे से सॉफ्टनिंग हुई है. क्वार्टर 1 फाइनेंशियल ईयर 23 में जो एक्सपांशन है कंपनी का वो भी अनाउंस किया है. वो प्लान है वो 22.6 MTPA का. तो ओवरऑल अभी सीमेंट सेक्टर में ये स्टॉक हम लोग को अच्छा लग रहा है. नेक्स्ट अपडेट है रिलायंस के ऊपर. रिलायंस के जो नेट सेल्स है वो ग्रो हो चुकी है 57% से ईयर ऑन ईयर बेसिस से, और उनका इबिटा है वो इंक्रीज हुआ है कंसोलिडेटेड 63% से ईयर ऑन ईयर और 21% क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर. इसके अलावा जो नेट प्रॉफिट है वो एक्सपांड हुआ है 41% से ईयर ऑन ईयर. और जो ये क्वार्टर में जो कंज्यूमर सेगमेंट मतलब जियो और रिटेल का जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है इबिटा में वो 38% है. पैट के जो ये है वो एस्टिमेट है वो फाइनेंशियल ईयर 23 में हम लोगों ने वही सेम रखे. कंपनी का ऊपर अभी हमारा होल्ड रेटिंग है और जो टारगेट प्राइस है वो 2825 है. इन्फोसिस के भी नंबर्स आए थे. जो हाइलाइट्स है उसमें रेवेन्यू है वो 3.8% से इंक्रीज हुआ है क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर और 17.5% से इंक्रीज हुआ है ईयर ऑन ईयर. और जो सीसी टर्म में ग्रोथ है वो 5.5 है क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर और 21% ग्रोथ है ईयर ऑन ईयर. ओवरऑल जो उनका अभी ईपीएस है वो 12.76 पे है क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर और 4.5% से इंक्रीज हुआ है ईयर ऑन ईयर. इसके अलावा उनकी जो डिजिटल रेवेन्यू ग्रो है वो भी काफी अच्छे से इंक्रीज हुई है. उनका जो नॉर्थ अमेरिका का ग्रोथ है वो ब्रॉड बेस इंक्रीज हुआ है. ओवरऑल अभी स्टॉक के ऊपर इसके अलावा लार्ज जो उनके डील साइन की है वो अभी यूएस डॉलर में 1.7 बिलियन है जो डाउन है 23% से क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर. कंपनी का कॉन कॉल मतलब कल है तो उसके बाद हम लोग नोट रिलीज कर देंगे. बैंकिंग सेक्टर में आईसीआईसीआई बैंक के भी नंबर्स आए थे. उनकी जो क्रेडिट ग्रोथ है वो इम्प्रूव हुई है 21% से ईयर ऑन ईयर. बैंक ने स्ट्रॉन्ग प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी ग्रोथ रिपोर्ट की है 15% ईयर ऑन ईयर. और असेट क्वालिटी उनकी इम्प्रूव हुई है. जो जीएनपी है वो अभी 3.4 है जो लास्ट क्वार्टर में 3.6 था. ऑल्सो उनका रिस्ट्रक्चर असेट अभी 0.08% है. कंपनी के ऊपर अभी हमारा बाय रेटिंग है और जो टारगेट प्राइस है वो 1000 है. जीएसडब्ल्यू स्टील के भी नंबर्स आए थे, EBITDA 23% से जो फोकस था उससे कम आया है, और क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर EBITDA फॉल हो चुका है 53% से, क्योंकि जो शार्प राइज हुई थी कुकिंग कोल प्राइजेस में और जो रॉ मटेरियल्स में प्राइस बढ़ गई थी उसके कारण उसका एडजस्टेड नेट प्रॉफिट कंपनी का अभी 8 बिलियन है, जो डाउन है 86% ईयर ऑन ईयर। उनका जो डेप्ट है वो इंक्रीज हुआ है 105 बिलियन से, लाइक उनका प्रीवियस ग्रोथ जो था वो सॉरी डेप्ट था जीएसडब्ल्यू स्टील में वो 56,000 करोड़ था, अभी वो 67,000 करोड़ है। और कंपनी ने एक्सपांशन का भी अनाउंस मतलब एक्सपांशन भी किया था 37,000 करोड़ का, और उनकी इन्वेंट्री भी इंक्रीज हुई थी। और जो गवर्नमेंट का जो 15% स्टील के ऊपर जो लाइक टैक्स है वो जब तक रूल नहीं हटता है तब तक मेटल सेगमेंट के लिए ये नेगेटिव ही रहेगा। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है एचडीएफसी एएमसी के ऊपर। कंपनी ने रिपोर्ट्स किए थे, उसमें पैट है वो 9% से डाउन था 340 करोड़, उनका एयूएम भी डाउन है 5% से और अभी 3,97,000 करोड़ है। इवन प्रसाद जैन उन्होंने भी रिजाइन किया है कंपनी से, तो ये शॉर्ट टर्म नेगेटिव रहेगा, बट ओवरऑल लॉन्ग टर्म के हिसाब से स्टॉक अच्छा है। इवन जीएसडब्ल्यू एनर्जी है, उन्होंने वो एंटर करने वाली है पॉलीसिलिकॉन सेगमेंट में जो 97% प्रोड्यूस करती है चाइना। तो इंडिया में सोलार के जो डिमांड इंक्रीज होते देखते हुए ये पॉलीसिलिकॉन की भी जरूरत लगने वाली है। तो ये कंपनी की जो अपडेट है और ओवरऑल जो पॉलीसिलिकॉन के ऊपर जो अपडेट है वो वॉच करने जैसी रहेगी। टाटा मोटर को 1500 की कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मिली है, ऑर्डर मिली है दिल्ली ट्रांसपोर्टेशन लिमिटेड से गवर्नमेंट से। ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट 12 ईयर्स के लिए वो कंपनी जो बसेस है इलेक्ट्रिक बसेस है वो ऑपरेशनल करेगी। तो एक पॉजिटिव न्यूज है टाटा मोटर्स के लिए। इसके अलावा ओवरऑल आप आईसीआईसीआई बैंक के भी जो नंबर्स आए थे वो काफी अच्छे हैं। उसमें उन्होंने एक बताया कि क्रेडिट कार्ड का जो स्पेंड है वो डबल हो चुका है, इवन क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर 30% से इंक्रीज हुआ है। इवन अभी गवर्नमेंट के जो ऑफिशियल है उन्होंने बोला है कि लाइक रूपी क्रेडिट कार्ड है वो लिंक होने वाला है यूपीआई के साथ, तो उसके लिए ऑलरेडी सबमिट कर दिया है प्रपोजल आरबीआई में। तो ये एक ओवरऑल क्रेडिट लाइक एसबीआई कार्ड के लिए पॉजिटिव रहेगा। बंधन बैंक के भी नंबर्स आए थे, कंपनी के जो नंबर्स है वो काफी अच्छे आए हैं। पैट मोर देन डबल ग्रो हुआ है, क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर उनका 53% से इंक्रीज हुआ है। उनके एडवांसेस कुछ 90,830 करोड़ है, उनका इवन कॉस्ट टू इनकम रेशियो भी 37% है। तो और काफी अच्छे नंबर्स आए हैं। तो ट्रेडिंग अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए आप आईसीआईसीआई बैंक और बंधन बैंक देख सकते हो। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है महिंद्रा सीआई के ऊपर। ये कंपनी काफी अच्छी है, उनका पैट भी जो नंबर्स आए थे वो ग्रो हो चुका है 31% से 188 करोड़। ईपीएस अभी 4.9 है 98 है। टिनप्लेट की भी नंबर्स आए थे, रेवेन्यू है वो 16% से अप है, और उनका जो पैट है वो भी काफी अच्छे से 85% से इंक्रीज हुआ है, और ईपीएस ₹8 है। अभी जो प्लास्टिक बैन है जो गवर्नमेंट ने अनाउंस किया है उसके कारण ये एल्यूमिनियम फॉइल जैसी कंपनी है वो काफी अच्छा परफॉर्म कर सकती है। तो लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए आप देख सकते हो स्टॉक को, जैसे ही मार्केट स्टेबल नहीं है तो स्टॉक में करेक्शन आ सकता है, तो एक बाइंग अपॉर्चुनिटी रहेगी, बट लॉन्ग टर्म के हिसाब से। कर्नाटका बैंक के भी नंबर्स आए थे, उनका नेट इंटरेस्ट इनकम 686 करोड़ है, पैट भी 154 करोड़ पे है, एडवांसेस है 58,359 पे कुछ 13% से इंक्रीज हुए। तो कर्नाटक के बैंक के भी नंबर्स आए थे। सो दैट्स इट फ्रॉम आवर एंड। थैंक यू एवरीवन फॉर ज्वाइनिंग द कॉन कॉल। हैव अ नाइस डे।